Okay, so we're going to start off by lying on our sides. We're going to lie in a 90-degree angle. So our knees are 90 degrees, our hip is 90 degrees. We're going to place the hand that's on the floor behind our neck and the other one also behind our neck. Okay, this is our starting position. Then very importantly, your knees should be in line. Okay, so once we rotate, the top knee is going to want to slip backwards and then create kind of this skew position on the knees. We don't want that. We want them locked together. Okay, and then we're going to do 5 open books. So we're going to be from this position, squeezing those knees together and trying to bring the elbow to the floor or the shoulder to the floor. Okay, and we're going to do 5 per side. Okay, 1, 2. Make sure that you watch those knees. 3, 4, and 5. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. We're going to go directly into the world's greatest stretch with one, I guess, add on. So we're going to start in a lunge position. Okay. Then so if your right leg is forward, you're going to place your left hand on the floor. And we're going to start by bringing our left elbow and trying to reach, our right elbow trying to reach our left hand, driving our knee out to the side. Okay. You're going to try and reach, and then we're going to open up. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're going to come upright. We're going to rotate to the left. We're going to rotate to the right. Then we're going to reach up. And then for the add-on, we're going to come down. And now you're going to put your right hand down or the hand right next to your foot. And we're going to try and open the other side. Okay. So we're basically doing 2 thoracic rotations. Okay. And we're going to do 5 per side. Okay. So first up, hand furthest away from the foot. Try and bring the elbow down, knee out, rotate, squeezing the shoulder blades together, upright, as far to the one side as you can, far to the other side, arms as high as you can. Now we're going to place our hand next to our foot and we're going to open up to the other side, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Okay, that's 1. We're going to do 4 more. Okay, so elbow to the hand, squeezing the shoulder blades together, upright, rotate, rotate, touching the ceiling, hand next to your foot, opening and rotating the other way. That's 2. Okay, switching, elbow to hand, squeezing the shoulder blades together, upright, rotate, rotate, touching the ceiling, hand next to the foot, squeezing those shoulder blades together again. That was 3. 2 more. Elbow to the hand, rotating, squeezing the shoulder blades, upright, rotate to one side, rotate to the other side, touch the ceiling, hand next to your foot, open, squeezing the shoulder blades together. 1 more. Elbow to hand, rotate, squeezing the shoulder blades together, upright, rotate one side, rotate other side, touching the ceiling, hand next to your foot, rotate, open, and squeeze. Okay. Now we're going to do 5 on the other side. Okay. Elbow to hand. Rotate, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Upright. Rotate left. Rotate right. Touching the ceiling. Hand next to your foot. Rotating open. This side is a little bit harder than the other side. Okay. And number 2, elbow to the hand. Rotate open. Upright. Rotate to one side. To the other side. Touching the ceiling. Hand on the floor. And squeezing the shoulder blades together. Switch. Rotate open. Upright. Left. Right. Ceiling. Hand next to the foot. And rotate open. And number 3. Upright. Ceiling. Hand next to the foot. Rotating open. Number 4. To the left. To the right. Touching the ceiling. Hand next to the foot. And rotating open. Okay, one more. Elbow to the hand. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Upright. Left. Right. Ceiling. And to the floor next to your foot. Rotating open and squeezing. Okay. Next up, grab your dowel. Grab a sip of water. Okay. So you're going to sit on your knees. Okay. And then from here on, the dowel comes behind your neck. And we're going to pull in our stomach. And we are going to do side bends. So for the side bend, we want to rotate out of the thoracic, not the lumbar, okay? So out of the middle and top, not out of the lower back, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to, from this position, facing straight forward, we're going to do a side bend. Then we're going to rotate a little bit, do another side bend, and then rotate as far as you can to the left and do a side bend. Then we're going to come back to the middle, side bend, rotate a little bit, side bend, and then a final side bend, okay? So we're going to do 3 on the left side, 3 on the right side, and we're going to do 5 in total, okay? Very important, guys, to try and focus on bending out of the thoracic and not the lower back, okay? So let's go. That's 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. That's 1, okay? Number 2, 1, 2, and 3. Other side, 1, 2, and 3. Back to the left, 1, 2, 3. To the right, 1, 2, and 3. That was 3, so 2 more. Left side, 1, 2, and 3, right side, 1, 2, 3, and one more. 1, 2, 3, and right side, 1, 2, and last one, 3. Okay. So now we can just put the dowel to the side. We're going to use it in a little bit again. Now we're going to do an up dog, down dog with a 5-second hold in each position. So for the, we're going to start off on our stomachs, toes into the floor, hands underneath the shoulders, and then we're going to start with our up dog. So you're going to press yourself off the floor and you're going to have your hips off the floor. Okay? So the legs and the hips aren't on the floor. We're keeping everything nice and engaged. We're pulling in our stomach and then we're going to hold this position for 5 seconds. From there, we're going to drive our hips to the ceiling and our chest to our feet. And then we're going to hold that position for 5 seconds. Okay, and we're going to do 5 of these. Okay, so again, in the down dog, the hips are off the floor. Okay, so we're going to start on the floor, toes into the ground, hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to push up. Our hips are off the floor and we're holding it for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Into our down dog. 3, 2, 1. Back to our up dog. 3, 2, 1. Into our down dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up dog. 3, 2, 1. Down dog. 3, 2, 1. Last time. Up dog. 3, 2, 1. Into our down dog. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Next up, you're going to grab your dowel again. We're going to move on and focus a little bit on the shoulders. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do prone dowel lift off. So you're going to be on your stomach, arms out in front of you. Anything, you can choose anything from like a clean grip to a snatch grip is fine. Okay. For myself, I prefer a clean grip because that just challenges me a little bit more, but it depends on your own mobility. Then you're going to place your forehead on the floor. You're going to roll your knuckles over the dowel so that we're not lifting it up with an angle like this, but rolled over, okay? And then we're just going to squeeze our butt, pull in our stomach, and keep our elbows locked, and lift the dowel as high as we can from the floor. Okay? And we are going to do 10 of those. So I'm going to give you a couple of seconds, get into position. You can also play around with the width, the grip width, as we go through these 10. It's kind of interesting to see what your shoulders does and how they want to rotate sometimes. So make sure you keep those elbows locked. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, it's important that you try and bend that barbell, okay, or bend the dowel, okay? 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. And so the one thing, my shoulders do not like this movement, so I'll be spending more time doing it. Okay, Now, staying in this position, we're going to do behind the neck presses. So we're here, we're going to bring the dowel back behind our head to our shoulders, to behind our neck. We're going to extend it back further forward again, back down, and so forth. We're going to do 10, okay? So once you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, try and keep that dowel as far off the floor as you can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Well, you almost kind of start to cramp a little bit there towards the end. Well, at least I do. Okay. Next up, sticking with the dowel, we're going to stand up and we are going to do front rack openers. So, this is your front rack, so yeah, this will be your front rack. You're going to place it behind your arm, grab hold of it. Okay, to show you from the side. So I'm basically holding it just behind my back. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our left hand, we're going to grab the dowel and we're going to pull it so that we can externally rotate that arm. Okay? And then we're going to hold it for 45 seconds. So depending on your mobility, you might get it quite high or just a little bit. Doesn't matter, just keep stretching where you feel your limit is. Five seconds, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, so we've now externally rotated the arm. So we basically did this. Now we're going to do this. We're going to internally rotate the arm. And we do that with the sleeper hold. So how this works is you're going to be lying on your side. Okay. This arm that's on the floor is 90 degrees to your body. Very importantly, is this shoulder needs to be tucked in underneath the body. Okay. You have to be completely straight with your torso. Okay. So tuck it in. You can almost over tuck it. You can almost have it a little bit behind your body. Okay. Once we're in this position, the hand that's now loose is going to grab the hand that's on the floor on the wrist or on the forearm. And then you're going to apply two forces. You're going to press down to the floor and you're going to bend your arm forward. So just to show you, so now I'm pressing my elbow into the floor and then I'm rotating it and I'm trying to bring my arm as close to the floor as I can. Okay, you will notice that if you are behind your shoulder, so if you move your arm forward and you do this, it's easy. Look, I can get all the way to the floor. Okay, but if I tuck my shoulder and I try and do it now, you can see I can't reach the floor because now it's locked in. So just play around a little bit with it, but be sure that you're on the shoulder, okay? And then once we're in position, we're gonna hold that for 45 seconds, okay? So I'm gonna give you guys 10 seconds to play around and find out where your best tucked position would be for your elbow, or for your shoulder. And then we're going to start. Okay, so for 45 seconds, let's go. So I'm pressing down and forward. Keep trying to get your hand closer and closer to the floor. Remember, discomfort is okay, pain not, so don't press it too far. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Okay, and let's go. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay. Staying on the floor, we are going to do IYTWs. Okay, so we're just going to focus on those shoulder blades a little bit. When you do these movements, the whole idea is to really try and focus on the shoulder blade and thinking and feeling what the shoulder blades are doing, okay? Especially in the end of the motion, okay? So right at the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with an I. So just to show you from this side. So we're going to be on our stomachs, but this is going to be an I. This is your Y. This is your T. And this is your W, okay? So it's I, Y, T, W. I need a set of pom-poms and then I can be a cheerleader. Okay, so each time you're going to try and create as much distance between the floor and your arms. For the I, thumbs pointing up. For the Y, thumbs pointing up. For the T, thumbs pointing up. Okay, for the W, thumbs pointing towards yourself on the man. Okay, so get ready into your eyes. Go up as high as you can and come down. Then you're going to do a Y, you're going to do a T, and then you're going to do a W. Okay? We're going to do them a little bit slower because I want you to hold it in that top position for a second or two. Okay? We're going to do 5, only 5. So we're going to make them look really pretty. Okay? So into our I. Up, 1, 2, 3. Down. Into our Y. 1, 2, 3. Down. Into our T. 1, 2, 3. Down. Into our W. 1, 2, 3. And down. back to our I. Remember to pull in the stomach, guys. Okay, otherwise you're just arching at the back in the lumbar. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. Y. 1, 2, 3. T. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. 1, 2, 3. Into your W. Again, focus on those shoulder blades. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. 3 more to go. Into your I. 1, 2, 3. Into your Y. 1, 2, 3. T. 1, 2, 3. And W. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. I. 1, 2, 3. Y. 1, 2, 3. T. 1, 2, 3. W. 1, 2, 3. One more. I. 1, 2, 3. Y. 1, 2, 3. T. 1, 2, 3. And W. 1, 2, 3. My back is nice and warmed up now, that's for sure. Okay. Now we're going to move down to the lower body. Okay, we're going to start off with the couch stretch. We can put the dowels to the side now. I don't think we're going to use them again. Okay, for the couch stretch, you want to have your, you want to be against a surface like a wall or a couch. You're going to basically be in a lunge, and then your foot is going to be against the surface behind you, and it's your foot is directly in line with your butt. Okay, so as you can see, now you can see my sock, my white little sock, because my foot's not aligned, so I'm bringing it in there. Okay, then from here, we are going to squeeze our butt to increase the stretch here on the quad and also on the hip flexors. Okay, if this is a little too intense, then don't squeeze your butt. If you're already getting a stretch, if you want to take the stretch a little bit further, then squeeze your butt, drive your hips forward, pulling in your stomach so that you don't arch that back. Okay, always pull in the stomach so that we don't arch and stretch out the lumbar. And then we're going to hold this for 45 seconds.
Could you make side view? Because I don't know.
Sure.
Oh, okay, that's, yeah, thanks.
Okay, sure. Okay, so once you guys are ready, of course, the closer you are to the wall or the couch, the harder it gets. The further away you are, the easier it is. Okay, so 45 seconds. Here we go. Squeeze that butt, nice upright chest, pull in the stomach. Ten seconds. Three, two, one, and switch. Okay, 45 seconds. Squeeze the butt, pull in the stomach, nice proud chest. If you need to, drive that hip a little bit forward, the whole time squeezing the glutes. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay. Next up, we're going to stretch out our hamstrings a little bit. So we're going to lie on our backs. We're going to grab hold of our leg just behind our thigh. We are going to relax and have our head all the way on the floor. Then we are going to point the toes to the ceiling. And then we're going to pull the leg as close to our chest as we can. Okay. And then we're going to hold it for 45 seconds. Okay. Let's go. Keep pointing the toe, try and keep that knee as straight as, or the leg as straight as possible. That knee locked out if you can. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going to switch. Point the toe. Try and keep that leg as straight as you can. Keep actively pulling your leg towards you. Ten seconds. And relax. Okay. Then we are going to do keeping with the legs, we are going to stretch out the hips themselves a little bit. We're going to do this in the form of a supine figure 4. So we've done this one a couple of times. It's one of my favorite stretches. I'm just going to show you from this angle. So the right foot comes on top of the left knee. Then I'm going to grab my left leg behind my thigh. My right elbow is against my right knee. And now I'm going to pull my left leg towards me and at the same time drive my right knee out with my elbow. Okay, so this is happening, this kind of movement. This is this way and that way. Okay. And then we're going to do this while keeping our upper body completely relaxed. Okay, head is resting on the floor. And we're just going to hold this position for 45 seconds. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to get into position. Okay, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Go. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And relax. We're going to switch. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, next up we're going to do a seated crossover stretch with a rotation. So what does that mean? It basically just means that we're going to take our right leg, put it over our left leg. Then we are going to take our left elbow, put it on the outside of our right leg. Okay? Let me show you again. So this leg comes over, this elbow goes to the opposite side of the leg. And now I'm pushing that leg over, grabbing hold of my leg. And now for the little twist, I am now going to look over my right shoulder. Okay, so I'm basically twisting. If nobody has any questions about this, then we are going to get into position and we're going to hold it for 45 seconds. Okay? In 3, 2, 1. So keep looking over your shoulder. When I do this stretch, I very much feel it in my thoracic spine and even a little bit in my lumbar. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. We're going to switch. Remember to keep that proud chest. Try not to slouch. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Don't come out of that stretch quickly, that's for sure. Okay, next up, the last movement of the legs, or actually of the hips. We are going to do alternating hip extensions and abduction lifts. So what does that mean? We're going to be on our elbows and with our knees underneath our hip. And then our one leg is going to be extended backwards. So what we're going to do is point the toe and then lift the leg as high as we can. We're going to rotate it to the side, drop it down to the floor, bring it back up, rotate it back down to the back, and drop it back down. It's almost similar to those hip CIRs, except that we're only working on the abduction and the extension part, okay? Again, very important, brace the core, okay? Otherwise, you'll feel when you do the leg extension behind you, the pelvis tilts, if you have tight hip flexors like me, and then the lumbar starts to take or make up for the loss of movement in the hip, okay? So squeeze or pull in the stomach, brace the core, okay? So I'm gonna show you one more. So I'm on my elbows. This leg is tucked in underneath my body, my right leg. My left leg is extended backwards. From here, I'm pulling in my stomach. Then I'm lifting my leg up as high as I can. I'm rotating it to the side, dropping it down to the floor, picking it up, rotating it back down to the back or straight, and then back down with the toe to the floor, okay? And we are going to do 5 per side. If you guys are ready, then we'll start. 1, 2, 3. Try and keep those hips as still as you can. I know it's hard. 4, one more. Oh boy. That just lights up my hips. Even the one that's on the floor. Okay. And then we're going to switch sides. I'm just going to make a little bit of space for myself. Okay, now for the other side. One, 2, 3, 4, one more. That's 5. Whew. That one made me break out in a little bit of sweat. Okay. Okay, guys, so going to work on the ankles a little bit. And we're going to do a slightly different calf slash ankle stretch. So essentially we want to, it's almost like a down dog. So we're going to be in this position, and then I'm going to drive my right heel to the floor. And then if I keep my knee straight, then I'm basically stretching out my hamstring and my calf. But if I bend my knee a little bit, then I take the tension off here and switch it towards my ankle a little bit more, okay? And then we're going to hold that ankle stretch for 45 seconds, okay? So, if you guys are ready, then we can start. I'm gonna give you guys a couple of seconds. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1. Sorry?
Is your feet flat on the floor?
No, you're on your toes. You're on your toes,
Okay.
and then you try and drive your heel, but there's my foot isn't on the floor.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just trying to get the foot to the floor, the heel to the floor. Okay, I'm gonna do this without my socks because the socks are slippery and then I can't get good grip. So just give me a second. Okay, let's go. So I'm actively pressing into the floor so that I can use my body weight to try and get my heel to the floor while having a slight bend in my knee. So now at this stage, about 30 seconds in, I can really start to feel that ankle starting to just slowly stretch out. I'm gonna hold it a little bit longer. Let's hold it for a minute. So 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Actively drive that heel to the floor, guys. 10 seconds. Three, two, one, and relax. Okay. Okay, guys, then as per usual, we're going to finish it off with a 2-minute squat hold. And we're just going to do an Asian squat. So again, just to show, normal squat would be here, nice and active. Okay, so flat back, but in the Asian squat, you're just going to sink right to the bottom of the squat. The back can be rounded a little bit, it doesn't matter because we don't have any weight on it. We're just stretching out the hips in the bottom position. From the front, see my feet, my toes are still activated. I'm still pressing my toes into the floor. My knees are still out. And we're just going to hold this position for 2 minutes. Okay? When you guys are ready, we're going to start. In this position, of course, you're welcome to rock from side to side or forward and backwards. It's very good for practicing your balance. You can really work on that hip and on the ankle flexibility in this position. You can make little circles. See if you can keep your balance going in circles to the left and circles to the right. Right is easier for me than left, it seems. Halfway. Another 30 seconds. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay.